The built-in webcam features of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is an absolute game changer to level up your live streams and your video conferencing calls. And it's so simple to get it up and running. All you need is the included USB-C cable. That's it. You connect the USB-C cable from the Osmo Pocket 3 to your computer. It shows up on the Osmo Pocket 3's screen. If you want to use it as a webcam, you confirm, and boom, it shows up on Zoom, OBS, Google Meet, Ecamm Live, any software that brings in a webcam or can see a webcam. This is going to show up as the Osmo Pocket 3, and you're good to go. You are currently looking at the video quality of the Osmo Pocket 3. It outputs at 1080p, 30 frames per second. And as long as you're properly lit, you're gonna get really good quality. And when I'm talking about properly lit, look at what I have. I have this small panel light from Lume Cube, and it's only lighting me at 1%. And I think that the quality is really great. But what about audio? So one of the things that I've encountered, my friend Doc Rock has encountered, and other creators, especially if you've invested in the creator kit and you got the DJI Mic 2, you want to be able to use the Mic 2 audio as a webcam, and we haven't been able to do it because it's not showing up as an audio device, or so we thought. So special and huge shout out to the viewer on Danny Black's channel, and even bigger shout out to Danny Black for pumping out the videos that he has. Almost every day he's putting out content on the Osmo Pocket 3. Be sure to check out his channel if you haven't already, but don't leave just yet. Make sure you finish watching my video and binge a few of my videos before you head over to his. But let's get back to the DJI Mic 2. Also, side note, product showcase mode, amazing. Look at the quality, is super great. So you are listening to the Shure SM7B. Now, the audio source does in fact show up on your computer as a microphone, but it's not named the Pocket 3, and that's what we've all been having the issue with. It comes up as capture inactive. Let me show you what I mean. Like I said, I'm using Ecamm Live, so let me come over here and let's switch. And so you can see over here, I have my sound levels. You can see I'm currently using the Rodecaster Duo. We got the audio levels bouncing up and down. And then right below it, that's the DJI Mic, the DJI Osmo Pocket, capture inactive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this bad boy out of the way, and we're gonna switch over and we're gonna do two audio tests. We're gonna do a test with the onboard mics directly from the Osmo Pocket 3, and then we're gonna bring in this bad boy. So let me move this over. And that is it, right? I selected capture inactive. You can see here in my Ecamm sound levels that the levels are bouncing up and down, and you should have been able to hear a difference going from my Shure SM7B to the onboard microphones of the Osmo Pocket 3. The Osmo Pocket 3 does have 3 mics, so it is omnidirectional. You are getting from the front, the back, and the sides. So let me go into the settings on the screen here. So we're gonna swipe from the right-hand side, swipe left, and you can see there is this little microphone icon. If we click on that, now you can see we are currently in stereo mode. If you wanted to switch from stereo to mono, you just tap on that. Hey guys, I realized that as I was touching the screen, I accidentally hit front directional microphones. And so the audio gets super crappy for a while until we switch the microphones back to all and to front and back. And you'll be able to notice a difference, but I apologize for the crappy audio. Stereo, noise reduction, wind noise reduction is turned off. It works really well. If you are not currently subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because I took the Osmo Pocket 3 with me to Jamaica for a week, and I did extensive tests, and I will be dropping an in-depth and long-term review. And these were some of the features that I tested out. I tested out the noise reduction, the wind reduction. I tested out the mics. I tested out a bunch of stuff, low light. So you want to be able to get the feedback on that. So make sure that you hit that like and subscribe and notification button. Back to this. So now you can see that the directional audio we are currently listening to is front. I'm going to tap on that. Now this is the audio quality from the mics on the front and back of the DJI Mic, the Osmo Pocket 3. And now we are listening to all 3 microphones of the Osmo Pocket 3. So you can see that you can test or switch up the settings if you are only recording someone in front of you and you don't want the other microphones, then I would choose front. If you were doing it in selfie mode and you didn't want the ambient noise around you, then you can do back, or vice versa, right? So now what we're gonna do is let's switch over to the DJI Mic 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on my little power button over here, turn this bad boy on. You get the notification on the screen, DJI Mic Transmitter 2, 80% battery remaining, and you should have heard a difference switching over from the onboard mics of the DJI Mic 2, I keep
saying everything wrong.
You should have heard a difference from the onboard mics of the Osmo Pocket 3, now switching over to the DJI Mic 2. Now, this is really great because, right, one of the amazing features of the Osmo Pocket 3 is the active track. I haven't had active track turned on, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double tap on my face here on the screen. Now you can see active track is enabled. I'm gonna position myself really quick, so I'm gonna eliminate some of this headroom. So let's bring this joystick down. I got rid of some of the headroom, and I wanna position myself kind of in this section of the screen. So let's move the joystick over here. Perfect, and now I am positioned on the left-hand side of the screen, right-hand side of the screen, you know what I mean. But active track is turned on, and so being able to take advantage of the gimbal with your DJI Mic 2 and have active track turned on, this is great because now I can really, let's bring my light with me. Now I can really move around, and let me unplug my headphones. My other headphones, here you go. Now I can move around, take advantage of active track features. The DJI is going to follow me around my room, and I have my mic with me, so I'm gonna get really great audio quality regardless of how far I am from the camera as I drop stuff and break things. So let me come back and sit down over here. And look at that, it found me. Usually sometimes it has a hard time finding me. Again, if you've watched all the videos, you know that it has a hard time finding it when the subject is out of frame and it loses the subject, but it picked me up this time. All right, let's position myself again in the screen. Let's come back over here. All right, cool. So some other things that I want to show you is, again, you see you get your levels on the top of the screen bouncing up and down. Again, we can see that on Ecamm, my sound levels are bouncing up and down. Over here, we have this blue light here, and the blue light is to let us know that noise reduction is off. Let's go back into these settings really quick. Tap on the mic, scroll down, and you can see over here, noise reduction is off. That's blue on the DJI Mic 2. What you can do is you can tap on the power button, and that's gonna go from blue to green, and you're gonna see on screen that the noise reduction turns on. Check it out. And so now the noise reduction is turned on. There were some focusing issues there, but the noise reduction is turned on, and we can get the confirmation on the screen that it is on. I got this little green light over here. Gonna do the same thing. We're gonna press it again to take the noise reduction off. And now the noise reduction is off. You can see the blue light there. We're good to go. Some other things that you can do with the DJI Mic 2 is if you set it up in the settings, you can also choose for the mic to stop and start recording. directly onto the micro SD card of the Osmo Pocket 3. You can do that by pressing this link button over here. And so now you saw, I pressed the link button. You can see on the screen, it is recording and you heard the little beep. I'm gonna press the link button again. That's right above the power. So I'm gonna press that again. And now the recording stopped. You heard the confirmation and you can see over here, no longer recording. Hey. On the other side of the mic over here, you can see that there is this red recording option. And what that red recording option is to record internally to the DJI Mic 2. So I'm going to press that button. And so now you can see that the red light turned on. And so now it is recording internally. And that's important to take advantage of because the DJI Mic 2 also gives you 32-bit float. Simply what 32-bit float is that it records so much data that as long as you are not clipping, right? As long as you don't overload the microphone by like talking directly into the microphone and screaming into it, you don't have to worry about setting the right levels with the gain, right? Adjusting it to that right level. If you use 32-bit float, you turn it on, you make sure that you are recording internally. And if you end up making the gain a little bit too low and it sounds too soft, in post-processing, in your edit, you can actually bring those sound levels up without introducing additional background noise, without bringing that noise floor up, meaning that hiss sometimes you hear when people are recording, that hiss is what noise floor is. And that means that their levels, their audio levels weren't properly set. So that's why it's really important to take advantage of that amazing feature that you are getting with 32-bit float and the internal recordings. That can't be adjusted. You are not getting 32-bit float when baked into the recording of your screen of the micro SD card. It's only on here, so you would have to kind of merge them together in post. And then the same thing if the levels are too low or if the levels are too high with 32-bit float, you can also bring those levels down, again, as long as you are not clipping and you don't overload the microphone. Now, one of the things that I will say, and that's for a separate review just based off of the webcam features, but since this is a video talking about webcam and audio, is there are some focusing issues that I've noticed, and I've also noticed some dropped frames. I'm sure that we can see it in this recording as well. I've been in touch with DJI support because there were also some issues when using the Mic 2 during a live stream. So I'm gonna point that out to them. Be sure to leave comments down below if you did see some of those dropped frames so that they can see that it is an issue and they can get that fixed. But with firmware updates, something like changing the name to the DJI Mic 2 from Capture Inactive to, I keep saying DJI Mic 2, from, well, that is, yes, that was right this time. Oh, it's been a long day. But changing it from Capture Inactive to DJI Mic 2 or to Osmo Pocket or something like that, so that we know that it's coming from the onboard mic, can be easily fixed in a firmware update. Hopefully it's released soon. But in the interim, while we wait for them to fix that naming issues, at least now you know that you can get your audio directly from your DJI Mic 2 or directly from the onboard mics. And now you can take advantage of that full creator combo package and get really great live streams and video conferencing calls. If you guys found this video useful, if you enjoyed the tips and tricks, be sure to leave me some comments below. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you hit the like button. It really helps the channel and it helps for me to grow and be exposed to other viewers like yourself. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I will be dropping a full-length, in-depth review from my trip in Jamaica. I used it while cycling, so I got to test that 3-axis gimbal, low light, wind reduction, sound, all of that good stuff is going to be in that in-depth review. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate y'all. Catch you guys on the next one. Yeah. Peace out, y'all.